Songwriting with Alec. Welcome to Songwriting with Alec. My name's Alec. I'm a recording engineer, producer, and songwriter based in Austin, Texas. I've been thinking about the metaphor of seasons changing a lot. It seems like a lot of things in my life are moving. The weather's a really good example of something that we just can't control. And when you find yourself at the crossroads of a season, it's always a good idea to take a step back and look at things. For me, I'm looking at my creative habits. What's still helpful to me? What do I need to practice more? What can we put down for a little bit? Today's approach to songwriting is going to be a little bit different. Typically, when I sit down to do these, I like to start completely from scratch. I really don't bring any outside ideas in. We let the moment speak to us. Yesterday, I was strumming on an acoustic guitar for fun, and I found myself strumming a chord progression that I've been carrying around for at least 5 years. And I thought to myself, tomorrow's the day that we do something with it. I've been carrying this around in my memory for a long time, so I know it's at least memorable. I'm usually a little bit hesitant about bringing older ideas into the writing sessions. I compare it to cooking with fresh ingredients. But this one's an old one. Let's see if we can make anything happen with it. And even if nothing happens of it, and I find myself being completely blocked, at least we know there's not a song waiting in there. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to plug these XLRs back in, but today's the first day that we're back on a real amplifier and microphone today, which feels nice. The UAFX pedals sound amazing, but there's no substitute for like an amplifier that's making sound in the room. It hits a different thing. And I find myself being more conscious of my tone, and not in like a slow me down kind of way, but just small tweaks rolling off the tone knob because I can hear those things in the room, you know? Let's dial this in. We're going to use the Neve 1073 preamp, classic 57, right over the cone, just off the center. All right, here's the chord progression. That's it. Let's work with it. All right, let's loop it. I think that's a C9 chord. Not quite a ninth. I'm not sure what it is. It's C-ish. I don't know. Not gonna get worried about it. C and F, kind of. Feel the seasons changing for me. I feel the seasons change for me. I feel the seasons change for me. No control, no sense in fighting it. To go ever the wind blows. The end is coming, there's nothing left for me to do. All right, we're definitely moving. Let me think, how long do we want to stick there? Alright, let's keep writing. I think we got an idea of where we want to go. I don't know if this is it, but this came to my head really quick, so we're going to put this in here for now. Realize you're heading the right way. Alright, I think I can confidently say this is going to be the verse. Alright, let's write some more. No need to hold on to what's no longer there. Can't control the seasons of love I have for you. Fallen leaves and a few missteps. Snow's melting, so is is my frozen heart. I'm looking ahead to spring. I'm looking ahead to spring. I swapped the order on these two. We have these two verses of these really mellow parts, and then I have this more sped up. It's still the same chords, but it's this. Not that I planned it this way, but I think it's interesting that in the song, in the lyrics, we're talking about moving to spring. You know, spring, the jumpy, uplifty thing. So it works out nicely there. I think that's a nice dovetail. So now we have this upbeat part that we're going to start writing for a little bit. And the way I envision these slow parts, I'm sure the first one will just be me and an acoustic. The second verse will bring in some other instruments. I'm not exactly sure what that looks like. And by the time we get to the spring section, I think it's going to be pretty ripping. Maybe not fully ripping, but the most ripping part of the song. The other thing that's interesting about this, we'll see how I feel when I finish writing these. This might be a 2-minute song, and that's okay. I'm not going to worry about structure. We're just doing what feels right here. When you get in your head and you say, oh, it needs to be longer, that's the expectations getting to you. That's you compromising the art form. And I'm not going to lie, this has been pouring out of me so far. I'm not trying to fuck with it. I'm not trying to upset the muses here. Probably a new vocal melody too, huh? I can't believe I fell for the same trick twice. I've also been taking a little bit of time away from songwriting. It was just a week of rehearsals. I'm starting to do solo shows with a looper. It's felt like one of the biggest musical challenges I've done in a very long time. The choreography of tap dancing on the pedal board for each song to switch to your intro to your verse and bring in a new instrument. It's exhausting. It's frustrating. It's a good humbling experience. I read in Twyla Tharp's book that you need to protect your inexperience. It means that you need to consistently put yourself in these scenarios that are new to you, that you're out of your depth, and that you're learning things on the fly. There's not a lot of value to gain from doing something that you already do well over and over again as practice. It's not until you eat shit and fall on your face a few times that you learn some new valuable skills. And guess what? The next time that you come back to that thing that you're really good at, you're going to have a stronger and more diversified view of how you're going to do it. Me and little Jeff are going to go for a walk. You know, usually when I come back from a walk, I have a couple ideas I want to try. It wasn't coming to me on the walk, so I said, we'll just enjoy the walk. As soon as I walked back into my apartment and poured myself a glass of water, the idea had struck me. Listen carefully, guys. It might be whispering. You pay the price for all those things you did. Don't know which way to go. Can you trust me after all these years? Not sure I've got much choice. Summer is almost here. Well, I think the name of this song is going to be Seasons. All right, so let's be honest. From the jump, we're probably going to have one of these as an instrumental. Let's just shift this all over one. Right off the bat, I'm looking at the end is coming. I think we should stick to the Seasons theme. Let's make that fall. All right, so I think the only thing we're going to change is we'll make this section twice as long. That'll kind of match the meter of the song. And the only thing that's going to change is this. When we go to the G, we hang there for twice. So we'll make that its own section. And then we're going to write 2 more for the spring, and that'll be it. I find myself asking, is there more to this? Doing laps around the sun, waiting for things to write. I think that's it. I'm really proud of that. Future me is going to thank me for this. Let's at least try to record some of the acoustic guitar. All right, let's do API preamp on this. Since this is such a gentle finger plug thing, I really think this just needs to be a couple inches away from the shoulder of the guitar. And since we're really going to be cranking up the gain on a fancy large condenser microphone, I'm going to go turn off the heat and the fans and anything else that's making noise. I'm doing a little bit more than I need because I think we're going to double these left and right, so it's good to just have these 2 takes. Alright, we're calling it a day. And then we're going to pan these hard left, right. Man, that sounds beautiful. I'm happy with that. All right, we're back for day 2. So this is going to be like slow intro. I think this part will just be me and acoustic, maybe some percussions or odds and ends. This middle section, I think we start to bring the rest of the band in, and then once we hit this last section, we're just taking off. All right, we already got the vocal mic out, so we might as well use it. Let's go ahead and do vocals now. All right, we're gonna switch this to a Neve style preamp on the Twin. All right, I think we're going with the whisper for the intro, so let's dial in the gain a little bit more. I probably want to move this pop filter pretty close to make it feel kind of ASMR. You know what I'm saying, intimate and close. And I do want to click, but we're so close, it's got to be quiet. I feel the seasons change with me. Realize you're heading the right way. All right, so now we're jumping into this next section, which is going to have a little bit more instruments. So I think we're going to switch our singing style. I can't believe I fell for the same trick twice. Don't know which way to go. Can you trust me after all these years? All right, we're cooking. Let's start balancing these tracks too, and maybe add a little EQ, a little compression. Let's start with the acoustics. So first, let's cut out all that low end rumble below 75. Hear that woofiness? You can even see it as a resonant peak. Cut that out. All right, so here's the before. After. Couple boosts for shaping, couple cuts at the problem frequencies. All good. Let's apply this to the other track too. All right, let's do a little compression too. Classic 1176. Let's also make sure that the moves that we're making here are going to sound good on the fingerpick section. Cool, this is sounding good. Let's do this vocal too. All right, this is the one I want to do. I heard some low end build up on this one. We're going to use this 1176 first in the vocal chain. We're going to be having this set to a pretty fast attack and release, and we're going to chase it with a LA2A. Doing laps round the sun, waiting for things to fix. So we're going to get a Vox double ready, and we're just going to steal the second best take from each one. And this is the nice part about doing a million takes. We might come back over the top and add some more vocal harmonies, but this will at least give us a good idea of when we want to double things in unison, just how we're filling that space out. And for handling the dynamics, let's do this one a little bit different so it stands out. Really want to drive it, get some saturation out of it. You'll pay the price. I feel the seasons change with me. Yeah, we're gonna add that piano on there, just on the ones of the C's. Can't control the seasons of love I have for you. Can't control the seasons of love I have for you. Let's just do this double. I don't know if we're going to use it. I could see myself tucking it in there in the mix. I can't believe I All right, let's think about some percussions. All right, let's do this one too. We're going to use the 57 down here for a little more variety. Cool. Let's do a shaker. All right, we're going to land a bass now. I've been digging this Ampeg SVT on here. I can't believe I let's add a plate reverb to these guitars.